Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here on Koh Chang. And what we're going to take a look at today is a smaller beach, but still one of the main beaches on the island. We're going to take a look at Hat Ta Nam, which everybody knows it as Lonely Beach. This is a beach kind of on the kind of the south part of the western section of Koh Chang. There's the main beaches up north, you know, White Sand Beach and Kai Bay and all of that. This is the furthest one of the main ones from the pier that you go. This is a small beach that has been popular in the past for like backpackers. It was like the budget, you know, the people come down here and stay on this beach for like 10 bucks a day. Now it's kind of changing. It's got a little bit more development and all of that. So we're gonna walk up this beach. We'll look around a little bit. I'll try to break out the drone and hopefully the rain will hold off. It's kind of a cloudy, rainy day. So let's see what we see today. The beach is in two halves. So it has this half here, and it has this little river that goes through it, and then it has this half up here. There's some bars, a couple little resorts and stuff like that inland. There's mainly like 3 really popular places that people come over here to stay at. The nature resort and all that is probably the most popular, and it's just on the other side back behind me. But there's quite a few little places. In the evening time, this will be a lot livelier than it is right now. If you're into the party scene, then you'd want to come over here, hang out, drink beer underneath the palm trees. Or if you're like me, you just like to come over and walk along on the beach, then the daytime is perfect. So we have Mimo Beach Bar here. We got some flags up. They're warning you about the riptide, which is a big deal. You got some people out here swimming. You can see how rough the sea is. It's been storming. There was just a typhoon that went through here a few days ago, and I almost canceled my trip to Koh Chang, but I really like the island so much that I came over anyway. These are the kind of days though where you don't realize it, but you get super sunburned because it's overcast, but you're still getting the full-on sun. And you see people that are out here that are just cherry red from 4 or 5 hours of this. Yeah, so this is the whole beach right here. The beach is a pretty good quality of sand. It's kind of rocky to the south, but it does have a little bit of the coral and a little bit of bigger like gravel and stuff, but it's really not too bad. The water's quite nice, like all the water here. It's like being in a bathtub here at Koh Chang. And you can see the high tide will get up about where that stick is at right there, kind of right up underneath these swings. So we have a resort over here. Now, here's Lone Beach Cafe. This resort here was completely closed up during COVID, and I didn't know they were ever going to reopen. It was all falling apart, but they've came back in and redone it. So it looks actually pretty nice now. Yeah, you can see they have the 2-story hotel towers here. Yeah, it's not bad. It was, like I said, it was completely falling apart. You could see all the roof tiles were collapsing and stuff like that. So they do expect more business here, so they've invested some money again. And the rooms aren't too bad. It wouldn't be bad to sit right there. And then you got this beach view right here. And then the pool is right up here. Yeah, here's the pool. So if you wanted to hang out right here, you got a little sun deck, and you can watch the sunset from right there. The sun will set about that away right there, kind of over those little islands. All right, let's keep walking on the beach. We'll walk up here to the end, and then we'll walk back, and I'll show you the last little bit here. And you got the lights set up here for the nighttime. Yeah, they do a fire show here back behind us at that nature resort. It's like at 8 o'clock or something like that. I think it's just on the weekends, but it may be every day. I'm not sure. During high season, it'll probably be every day. Yeah, they got a little swing here. And we're getting some rain coming in now. You can see it. And then they have another resort over here. Hey, you can see the beach is getting a little rockier up here. But this is kind of the end. And then if you go over that hill, there's kind of a cool viewpoint that you can go up there and you can see all these small islands over there. And we got the little massage there. So it does look like they've got these buildings open, but when you see them from the back, those over there, they're not open. So they've remodeled part of them and opened up part of the resort, it looks like. And this over here, this is the Siam Beach Resort. And back behind, you can see that dense jungle. There's a lot of monkeys back in there. So if you come down here, definitely don't leave any valuables out on your motorcycle or something like that, because the monkeys will take them. And if you have a car, they'll rip the windshield wipers off and everything else. And here we are. This is all the way up at the end. So they have a little river that comes in. You can see the bridge that goes over the road. And then a few of the little cabana type deals over there. And then they got the rocks. Yeah, really a pleasant little beach. It's not as popular as White Sand Beach or any of those, just because of its location. And White Sand Beach is quite a bit bigger. White Sand Beach is the first major one you come to from the pier. So all the development happened there, and then it just kind of went down here. Yeah, this would be a really great place to stay here. I've actually never stayed on this beach. I've been here many times, but I've never stayed at any of these little hotels or anything. Okay, so let's walk down there and I'll show you the nature resort and all of that. Yeah, this is definitely peace and solitude here. I mean, there's one guy here. There's probably maybe a total of 10 people or so out here on this beach. The weather has a little bit to do with it. It was just sprinkling. Now the sun is trying to peek through, but it's going to lose that battle. It's like this, and whenever it gets kind of cloudy at Koh Chang, it stays cloudy for days. This gets, I think, the third most rain out of anywhere in Thailand. I was reading one time it gets a total of like 8 meters a year, which is a lot of rain. Being from Colorado, where we measured in inches, and they measure it in meters over here. All right, so let's walk down. All right, so we're on the other half of the little beach, the southern part. This beach is not too bad. There's a little bit of trash, but you're going to expect that at pretty much any beach anymore. Plastic bottles, all of that washes up. But they do a pretty good job of policing all of this up. This part of here is, as you can see, quite a bit rockier. And then right there is a lot of rocks. And there's some old abandoned resorts there. And then over there. And then there's a little walking street area that used to have shops in it, but now they're just kind of long-term stays. Yeah, so I don't know how much of this I'll be able to show because I can hear the music. So we'll take a look at this really quick. This is the nature. This is kind of the hub of the beach. Oh, we lost somebody. We just got one shoe here. Hopefully it didn't get caught in that rip current and taken out. Yeah, so they have their little beach bar here, which looks pretty nice. Yeah, and then it says fire show on the beach, 8 o'clock. Then we got the little gym over here, our massage, and the pool area. Yeah, the sand right here in front of the hotel is very, very nice. And you can see they got the pool with the chairs and all of the buildings back in there. And we got a little kitty taking life hard right there. So here's your rates for the massage if you're so inclined. So 250 baht and up, depending on how long you want it. Yeah, that's the whole beach. That's Lonely Beach. And it just goes up that way. And the tide is starting to come in, so probably early evening. This will be pretty much underwater up to about where that fire show sign is at. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at Lonely Beach on Koh Chang. This is a nice enough beach. It's not my favorite. I prefer white sand beach just because of all the amenities and everything. And there's a lot more variety of hotels to stay at. Here it's kind of limited just because it's a small beach and it's kind of out of the way. But it still wouldn't be too bad. If you want peace and seclusion, this is definitely where you should come down here. Lonely Beach doesn't have the big crowds like it does at the other places. But it's Koh Chang. You're not going to have huge crowds. The biggest issue is traffic on the road getting here because it's a really narrow road that winds up through the jungle. But it would definitely be worth your time if you're so inclined and you want to stay at a place like this. And it gets lively at night, so if you want to come over here, have beer with your friends and all of that stuff, then definitely come down here. And anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and get to see more stuff like this. It's just this open narrative. I just tell you a little bit about what I know. So if you like this or if you find it useful, then stick around and you get notified when I post a new video. And leave me a comment if you've been here. I would really like to know some thoughts of people that came here, you know, in the 80s or 70s even, just to kind of tell us a little bit about the differences. So if you've been here, let me know for sure. Definitely, I would like to read about it. And until next time, from over here in Koh Chang, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.